Good afternoon, Otherworldlies. This is Queen Juliana, your Dark Mass Diva. In the previous content, I was talking about clingy people. Okay, I was talking about clingy people, and I was talking about the clingy people in our lives who were actually kind of getting in our way and making us nervous to the point where they were causing us distress and that sort of thing. So I wanted to talk about our role in having these clingy people in our lives and what we needed to do, and kind of how that kind of thing gets started. Okay, and our role in it, and what we need to do, and that sort of thing. So I'm just going to talk about what that's all about, that whole dynamic. Alright, so here's the thing with the clingy people, okay? I think we need to examine our whole role in the clingy people deal. Alright, so I'm not going to talk about attachment styles and all that kind of thing. I'm not going to do a deep dive into that kind of psychology. I'm just going to talk about practical interactions between people. Okay, I want you to take a deep look into the mirror, and I want you to assess yourself generously. Okay, I want you to assess yourself in what your strengths are. I want you to look at two things: how attractive you are and how likable you are to other people. Okay, so how would you rate yourself on an attractiveness scale, and how you would rate yourself on a likability scale? Do you rate highly in both of those areas? Are you extremely attractive? You know, like, are you much higher than average as an attractive person, and are you do you consider yourself extremely likable? Okay, would people consider you very likable, and do they consider you very attractive? Okay, so once you have, and you know, no one's going to be inside your head when you do this. No one's going to go, ew, they're so conceited. No, you are, you know, realistically, are you very attractive, and are you very likable? Okay, do you have an easy time getting jobs? Okay, are you like not qualified, but you have an easy time getting jobs? Okay, chances are you're very attractive and you're very likable. Okay, that's kind of an easy indicator. Okay, so if you are very attractive and you're very likable, this is going to be an indicator that you attract these types of folks. Okay, so these are the main two reasons you attract these types of folks to you. All right, so here's another reason this happens. Okay, you are in an area where you do not resonate with a lot of the people around you. All right. You may be in a time in your life where you are not around a lot of the kind of people where you would prefer to be around. Now, what happens is you may accidentally pick up strays. Okay, so what happens is you were kind of hard up for company, so what you did was you basically you started just hanging around these people out of boredom. Okay, so you're just letting people hang out with you because if you had your chance, you probably would have picked somebody else to hang out with you, right? But what happened was you picked up this low-hanging fruit. Okay, these people were low-hanging fruit, and you just picked them to hang out with because if you had your chance, you probably would have picked out somebody else to hang out with. So these people are basically low-hanging fruit, and you're like, I'm just gonna like let this person kick it with me at my house. Okay, so what happened was these people were clingy, and they just, you know, they started stopping by every day. All right, so these are the kinds of people that want to hang out with you all the time. Why? Because you're very attractive and you're very likable. So you know, and you know, you're a cool person. Okay, so you're one of these people that these people are low-hanging fruit, and they're hanging out with you all the time. All right, so you know, maybe you're having some kind of physical relationship with these people. Okay, you see it as something really casual. Okay, you see it where you want to have a friends with benefits relationship with these people, and they really want to be with you. Okay, so here's another situation where you want to keep it very casual, but they really want to be with you. So they're developing some kind of limerence towards you, and you just want to have some casual fling with them. You wanted it to be some kind of one-time thing because you were feeling some kind of physical way, and then now they're not going to leave you alone. Okay, so you wish they would just, you could just hit it and quit it, and now they're completely obsessed with you. Okay, so we're all adults here, so I'm just keeping it real. Sometimes there's a situation like that where sometimes you are too attractive to realistically have some kind of friends with benefits relationship. If you are an 8 or above, and you try to have a friends with benefits relationship with somebody, you're not going to be able to have a friends with benefits relationship with somebody if you're too attractive. Okay, people will always get sprung on you, and you're not going to be able to ever have those kinds of relationships. And I'm going to tell you something, in 2023, you really shouldn't be trying to have relationships like that with people anymore, because of the pandemic and because of all the diseases that are out there. There are new diseases, there are all these things going on. So I hope now you're not trying to have those kinds of relationships with people anymore. Okay, and there are just too many crazy people out there now. So if you're picking up strays and you're trying to have those kinds of casual relationships with people, it's now time to stop having those kinds of relationships with people. Okay, because if you're very attractive, you cannot have casual relationships with people. They are going to be too clingy now. Okay, if you're extremely attractive, you're not going to be able to do that with people. They're going to become obsessed with you. All right, so if you're very attractive, the only thing you should do is really be having you should be dating without having sex, or you should be in some kind of committed relationship. Okay, so you really should not be trying to have any kind of casual sex with anybody, because people are going to be a psycho. Okay, if you try to do anything like that, you can't be having casual sex with people. They're gonna be weird. Okay, or they're just gonna default on either being obsessed with you, or they're gonna have an ugly person on the side, or there's just something weird is going to be going on. Okay, so you really don't need any of that. So here's another thing. Keep in mind, this person, realistically assess this person. Can they bring any value to your life except for hanging out and getting in your way? All right, this person is low-hanging fruit. Okay, so they can't bring any real value to your life. All they can do is be a liability. Now, these kinds of people, they're not someone you would really want to be in any real relationship with, even if you're kind of calling them your girlfriend or your boyfriend. If somebody better came along, you really wouldn't be with them, right? And they know it too. Okay, they know they're a loser, they know you're a winner, and they know they're a loser. Okay, so what they're going to try to do is, if you go anywhere, if you go out with your friends of the same sex, and you guys go out and you go out to a club or something like that, they're going to try to turn up everywhere you go. Okay, even if you guys aren't in a real relationship, they're going to act like a jealous marital partner, and they're going to turn up everywhere you go. Even if you don't announce it on social media, they're going to find out where you are, and they're going to turn up everywhere you go. And they're going to act like they're with you and ask everybody if they've seen you. Or if you were in a relationship and you break up with them, they're going to still act like you're together, and they're going to ask everybody if they've seen you, and they're just going to follow you and stalk you everywhere. Okay, so you need to not entertain people like this in the first place. The thing you need to do is take personal responsibility. Look at yourself in the mirror. Think about how likable you are. Okay? Even if you're not likable, think about how attractive you are. You cannot afford to be entertaining low-hanging fruit, okay? You simply cannot. It is better to be alone and ride out the loneliness, find something else to do. Stop entertaining this low-hanging fruit, because these people are going to be clingy and they're not going to want to let you go, okay? Not everybody is right in the head, all right? These people they have nothing to offer. So if they have nothing to offer, that means they have nothing going on in their lives. They have all this time to bother you, okay? They have all this time to have all this limerence. They have all this time to make their whole life revolve around figuring out what you're doing, what your next move is, and to follow you all over the place, okay? And to just sit outside your house and do all this stuff to where you may have to involve the law, okay? And what they're going to do is they're going to just stare at you all the time. They're going to get in your way all the time. You're going to have to tell them, I don't want to be friends with you anymore. I don't want to be this with you anymore. I don't want you in my life anymore. And they're going to write you letters all the time and leave the letters on, the windshield of your car. They're going to wait for you outside your job. They are going to try to talk to your kids. They are going to try to do all these things. Trust me, it happened to me, okay? They're going to get drunk and sit on your porch and cry. They're going to do all these things like that. Once you get them out of your house, that doesn't mean they're out of your life. Okay, so that's why these people are bozos, because they don't have anything else going on in their lives. You have to take some personal responsibility. You have to ask yourself, why was I that bored? Why did I, resort to picking low-hanging fruit just to have some company? Okay, like, you really don't need people to kick it with you that bad. Okay, you don't need a friends with benefits. You don't need people to kick it with you. You don't need people to party with you that bad. You don't need people like that in your life, okay? And you need to respect yourself a little more. You need to look at yourself and go, you know what, I really am a winner and I don't need losers in my life. Because when you are a winner, you have to either be alone or surround yourself with winners. You can't have a bunch of losers in your life if you're really going somewhere in life. And that was a really hard lesson for me to learn, that I actually, was a winner. Even though I wasn't making some of the best choices, I was still a winner. And these people were trying to make problems for me, because even though I couldn't see what a winner I was, they could see what a winner I was, and that's why they were bothering me, and I didn't realize that yet. They could see it though. Even though you don't know what you are, other people know what you are. These losers, they know they're losers, and they know you're a winner. So even though you don't know you're a winner, they're showing you that you're a winner by what they're doing, okay? So if you don't realize what you are yet, if you have people doing this to you, that shows that you're a winner, okay? But you need to get rid of these people. That's part of taking personal responsibility. So I hope that this resonated with you, and it is your responsibility to get these people out of your life. It is your responsibility to stop hanging out with losers, and it is your responsibility to realize once these people start clinging to you and start showing you these weird behaviors, you need to get them out of your life immediately, okay? Because they can actually be dangerous, all right? And this is serious. It's not just that they're annoying. I mean, these people are actually dangerous for you, okay? And they become a serious liability, and they're not just embarrassing. They are really, they're showing you that you have bad judgment, all right? So it's part of growing up, and it's part of you taking personal responsibility for your life. You need to get rid of these bozos, okay? All right, I love you all, and you guys have a wonderful, blessed day. Bye-bye.